This video is going to focus on the formation of a waterfall, which is a feature that can be found in the upper course of the river, where the land is steep, the river channel is narrow and shallow, so there's not a lot of water, so that means that the force of erosion is a lot lower because the river has not got a lot of energy. So the prominent force of erosion that we see here is vertical erosion, where it erodes downwards because it is aided by gravity. For a waterfall to form, there has to be a layer of hard rock on top of a layer of soft rock. To be mastered, you have to be able to make reference to examples of the rock types. So if you were talking about it in an exam question, you would literally use the words hard rock such as granite, soft rock such as sandstone. So that's the first step. The second thing that starts to happen is as that river runs over the hard rock, which is more resistant to erosion, and then it hits the soft rock, it will start to erode that soft rock because it is more vulnerable to erosion because it has more weaknesses in it. The erosion types that you are looking at here are hydraulic action and abrasion. These two types of erosion hit the riverbed with more force, and this deepens an area of the riverbed, as you can see here in the video, which is labelled as a plunge pool. That's just a deeper part of the riverbed, okay? To be mastered here again, you have to be able to explain how hydraulic action and how abrasion are working as processes to deepen that part of the riverbed. So for example, hydraulic action forces air and water into the rocks, which gets compressed, weakening the rock, meaning that the river is able to take it away. The third part of this then is as that plunge pool continues to get deeper and as the hard rock is weathered and eroded over time, that makes it more vulnerable to the force of gravity. So the hard rock is now unsupported and it will collapse because gravity has pulled it down with more ease. This collapsed material, as you can see from the picture here, then falls to the base of the plunge pool, which is still getting bigger and deeper and wider. Again, if you can link weathering to the hard rock, so if you could say that acid rain is now weathering and weakening the hard rock, that makes it more vulnerable to gravity. That puts you into that mastered level of this question. And then the final part of the formation of this waterfall is that now the hard rock has collapsed, obviously, and the material is acting as a tool for abrasion, which is making that plunge pool even deeper. The hard rock has collapsed, so now the waterfall is all one sort of length, size, width, however you want to sort of phrase it. So the waterfall has now what we called retreated. That just means it has moved backwards upstream. This has created a gorge. If you look here, these black dotted lines would show you where the previous waterfall position was. So over time, that waterfall will continue to move back as this process is repeated over and over again. Again, as a reminder, for your being a master student even, you have got the linking to hydraulic action and abrasion and explaining what they are, linking to weathering, explaining what it is, and explicit reference to rock types which make up your hard and soft rock bands.